Sherwood Park Crusaders of the BC Hockey League are taking on the Trail Smoke Eaters. Power play goal for each of these teams in this game, as well as a 4-on-4 goal by the Knights. Take a 2-goal lead in the dressing room after 40 minutes. Coach Ferris having a quick chat with the official. Weeks, Vanderham, Knapsack starting up front for your Icemen, along with looks like a different team pairing here, Foot and Carrero now together. So the D pairing switched up a bit here as Foot and Carrero start off this final frame. Carrero back to pick up the puck. Off the boards for Foot, that doesn't work. Picked up by a Sherwood Park player. Muscled to the off the puck, right to Foot in the slot, and Foot with an outlet pass, nice and hard, but just out of reach of an Iceman. Down for the icing. Vanderham with a quick conversation with Foot before this face-off as Weeks draws in. Face-off won by Sherwood Park. Fake from the point. Shot right in and back out. Up. Puck right on net. Quick shot from the point. Right through traffic on net. Another centering pass. Jordan with two quick stop as a Sherwood Park player tumbles into him and takes the moorings off. And Jordan not too amused by that. So the Knights looking to strike again to start this third period and go up by 3, but the Icemen have to be careful not to allow the Knights to get yet another one and extend their lead. No infractions coming out of that play. Face off to the left of Jordan as Baines wins it to Ferris. He'll move it to Pomulus. That outlet pass doesn't work. Baines houses his man off the puck. That's Zahara that gets the puck back for Sherwood Park. Zahara sifts that below the goal line. Sherwood Park now with control. Pomulus chips it back to Baines. He's got a minute to chip it up to Gwinnett, but not yet out. And a penalty's going to come to Ferris. I think Ferris is going to go for cross-checking. Or boarding it is. So the puck doesn't get out inside the Iceman, outside of the Iceman blue line, and as a result, Ferris a little too aggressive, and we will take a boarding penalty. Fortunately, it was only 2 minutes, so the Knights go back on the power play. Binder in to take the draw. His usual penalty-killing partner, Giammaroli, is out here, and Giammaroli will angle it off the boards and down the length of the ice. And that outlet pass skips over Slaven White's stick for an icing. A minute 41 remaining in the penalty to Ferris for boarding. Your Icemen looking to kill this penalty off and gain some momentum. And good job by Giammaroli. He's just drawn a penalty. Zahara is going to go off and cancel out the Knights power play. So once again, some extended 4-on-4 time as Weeks comes in for the draw. Face-off won by the Knights. Weeks retrieves the puck though, moves it back to Homulus. Homulus at the point, works over his D partner, Cologne. Tipped on net by Vanderham. Great job as he almost redirected it past the glove of Krager. Weeks muscled off the puck. Vanderham centering pass goes off the stick, kept in by Cologne. Cologne at the point. Moves it to Weeks. Weeks tries to move it across to Homulus. That doesn't work. Homulus lucky to get away with that there as he hounded them. Sherwood Park player trying to spring free on a breakaway. Great sharp angled shot by Vanderham. Almost beats Krager's short side. Lots of room out here for both teams as Vanderham moves it around to the other side. Still the same 4 players out as Homulus is going to go for a hit to the head, I believe. As he leveled the boom on a Sherwood Park player. The official is now ushering towards the dressing rooms.
Come on!
Terrible call, Owen. Terrible call, buddy.
So what I thought was going to be a hit to the head or a charging penalty looks like it's going to be 2 minutes in a game misconduct for Homulus. Another player in the box to serve the penalty. So it'll be 5-on-4. The room key now being hand delivered to Homulus. So your Icemen down to defenseman, down to 5D. And in tough here, looking to kill off this, what will now be a Sherwood Park power play. 4-on-3 with lots of room out there. Sherwood Park player looks and spins and fires, and it goes off of Carrero into the corner. Good job by Carrero to get aggressive and force his player over, and again he ties the puck up along the boards. Carrero, great job to pounce on the Sherwood Park player so he doesn't have a chance to make a play. Binder in there to help and keep the puck below the goal line. Sherwood Park centering pass doesn't work. Up to Giamaroli, but not out. Tipped wide of the net by Foot. That one was going to be going on net to Jordan. Good job by Foot to tip it into the corner. Shot blocked by Carrero. Great job by the Icemen here to bear down, and this is a 3-on-1 coming out.
Offside! Thank you.
Puck just offside as the Sherwood Park player jumped up in the play to cut down that outlet pass, that chip play off the boards, and Sherwood Park almost hit it back the other way, 3-on-1, but it was called offside. 16-18 remaining in this third period. Lots of time for your Icemen to tie things up, but they gotta get back to 5-on-5 and start putting the pressure on these Knights. Smith and Weeks. Vanderham and Weeks out here on the penalty kill, as well as Carrier and Cologne. Great job by Cologne to tie the puck up down low. Weeks comes in to get the loose puck and fires it down. Krager out to stop the puck for his defenseman. Left for the centerman. The centerman looks for an outlet pass. That doesn't work. He's going to carry it himself. Schreiber carries it up, wandering into the offensive zone and puts himself into a corner, and that doesn't work. Vanderham trying to chase down the puck on Sigia. Sherwood Park just works the puck all the way back out, rims it around the boards, and coughs it up to Sierra possession. Ferris lobs that back in over the Knights' blue line, but no further. That puck then deposited back into the Sierra zone momentarily before Foot moves it down the length of the ice. The penalized player back on the ice, and that will be an icing. But at any rate, your Icemen kill off subsequent 5-on-3 and 5-on-4 off of those back-to-back penalties. And now can look to press back at 5-on-5. Baines in to take the draw. Baines, Binder, and Gwinnett line out here. As that puck dumped back in, skips high over the stick of Jordan to the opposite corner. Baines in to help out Foot. Baines will pick it up, trying to get out of the zone. He's hounded, just gets out over the blue line and is moved right back in by a Knights player. Foot will have to retreat back into his own zone to get it. That's turned over. Shot just trying to pull the trigger was a Knights player, and it's a 3-on-2. 4-on-2 back the other way. Binder moves it to Baines, and a shot on net is caught by Kriker. Thought Baines had picked the far side just above the pad of Kriker, but he was able to fend that off and hold on. Great pass by Binder right into the wheelhouse of Baines, and he let that one go. Baines in to take the face-off. Face-off won by the Knights, and they pound it down the length of the ice for an icing. So a great look just off the rush. That was a 4-on-2 that developed, and Binder passing it right to Baines, and he made no mistake getting that on net, almost making a 1-goal game. Shot wide of the net by Carrero. A puck to Baines to Carrero. Carrero sifts it through traffic. Kriker sees that and steers it into the corner. Binder tries to get away from his man. That doesn't work, and Sherwood Park will pick it up, chip it off the boards and out. Cologne tries to keep his man to the outside. Pittman rides Cologne into the boards as the Iceman will pick it up. Binder gets it. Gives it up to Baines. Baines tries to get around his man. He does. He'll muscle his man to the corner. Baines in to help Binder. Puck tied up along the near boards in the Sherwood Park end. Binder gets free. Binder turns, fires. That doesn't work. Baines tied up in the slot right in front of the net. He's dumped to the ice. No penalty on the play. Sherwood Park back the other way. It is going to be a penalty upcoming to the Icemen as Jordan had to be sharp and kick that aside. And a slashing penalty in the offensive zone will send your Icemen back onto the penalty kill. So momentum there gained by the Icemen, but lost to a penalty. And the Knights will go on yet another power play. 13 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in this third period as the Knights work it D to D. Great job by Vanderham to force the turnover. His PK partner Weeks out here with Ferris and Carrier, and Ferris able to get his stick in the way and steer that up into the rafters at Shell Arena. Weeks, clear draw win. Ferris up the boards but not out. Weeks will get it. He's away. Race for the puck. Partial breakaway. He's up. Ended on the way to the net. And no penalty called on the play. And Sherwood Park will try to capitalize here. 5-on-3 as Weeks is slow to get back up to his feet and get back into the play. Good job by Carrier to muscle his man to the end boards and knock his man down as Weeks will pick it up again. Force off the puck. Sherwood Park gets the puck in the slot. Shot off a body and into the corner as Jordan takes a tumble. Gets back up. Carrier run up high. No call on play as I thought that might have been hit to the head as the defenseman pinched down the wall and lined him up. Carrier tries to get his pound of flesh. Finishing his check. That's going to be a high stick, but no, it's picked up by Vanderham. Vanderham button hooks back to the wall. and lobs it back in on the back end, deep into the Sherwood Park zone. 35 seconds remaining in the slashing penalty to Binder. Knapsick, Giamaroli, Colomb, and Foot out here for your Icemen. Knapsick and Giamaroli with a quick conversation before this offensive faceoff. 29 seconds remaining on this Knights power play. Giamaroli just bowls over the centerman off the faceoff. At any rate, he was not letting that centerman get up the ice ahead of him. Puck cleared all the way back deep into the Knights zone, and the penalty is about to expire for Binder. Your Iceman will go back 5-on-5. That puck almost picked off by Binder stepping out of the box as the defenseman sent it right across to the weak side, and Binder, if he was able to get it on his forehand, would have been gone. 11 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in this third period. Your Iceman looking to create something here. Down by 2, a 2-goal deficit as a 2-on-1 shot in on Jordan.
How do you not see that?
And the officials, a hand pass right to a Sherwood Park player is not whistled down. As a result, a clear 2-on-1, and Jordan had to be sharp to eat that up and get a whistle. Face off to the left of Jordan, picked up by Baines, and he dips and dives into the opposite corner. He'll chip it up to Binder, but not out, just out now. And the Knights will pick it up, fire it in, and that one was labeled for the top corner. And Jordan had to be sharp to get a piece of that with his blocker and keep that out. And a hooking penalty is called off the play where Giamaroli, Gwinnett and Baines go down, and a Knights player goes down all the way to the box. So on the zone entry, malfunction at the junction, but at any rate, the Icemen get a power play out of it and look to capitalize. 10 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in this final frame. Ferris on the flank, across the seam to Baines. He misfires. Baines down low. Over to Perosny. Perosny up high to Colomb. Colomb, loose puck. And Kraker gets that and holds on. Perosny in to take the face off. He's out here with Smith, Colomb, Ferris, and Baines. Smith will pick it up down low. Centering pass to Perosny doesn't work. That's picked up by Sherwood Park. They try to center it. Spring a guy, and Colomb will come back and pick it up. And that's going to be an interference penalty against Ferris, as Ferris ran a pick on the player. And no question about it. A pick run by Ferris as Colomb went back to pick up the puck just outside the Iceman zone, and that will wipe out the Iceman power play. So maybe just a little too aggressive on that pick to cut off the Knights player on the forecheck. So more 4-on-4 action here from the Shell Arena in Sherwood Park, Alberta. Just under 10 minutes remaining in this third period. A high sticking penalty called by the official. As the puck hit the dasher, went up in the air, but the official flagged it down on a high stick. Colomb to Carrero. That's out to in the neutral zone no further, but Vanderham will pick it up. Move it to Carrero. Carrero back to Cologne. Good job to knock that down on that saucer pass and control it as Cologne gets it up to Carrero, his deep partner. Carrero jams it into the end wall, the end boards, and he'll give chase. Carrero peels off to his defensive position.
Why are you stopping working?
As Sherwood Park picks up the puck and comes back the other way. Dakota tries to connect with his teammate. That doesn't work, and Carrero lobs that up behind Vanderham. Doesn't connect. Baines will have to delay. Brought in offside. That's waved off. As Foote will jump in and hold it down low. He's pinned to the boards by a Sherwood Park player, and Carrier will have to come back into his own zone and regroup. Carrier winding it up along the near boards. He's chipped off the puck at the blue line, and as a result, it's waved off and then blown down on the icing. Face-off brought back to the Sierra blue line. Zahara for Sherwood Park in to take the face-off against Perosny. 2 seconds of 2 seconds of 4-on-4 play before Sherwood Park will get a short power play. That puck moved up by Carrier to Baines. That doesn't connect. Carrier is going to pick it up, and your Iceman will be shorthanded for 25 seconds. Foote, great job to read the play. Shorthanded, and we'll get it down to the other end. Baines almost picks it up on the DDD pass behind the net. Good job by Foote to pressure. Forces a bad pass, but Sherwood Park able to pick it up. Zahara fires it in. Fought off the glove of Jordan. Baines will pick that up, tries to chip it to himself. Reading that he thought the D-man was going to pinch when he could have picked it up and probably stayed it out of the zone. Outlet pass doesn't work by Foote. Kept in by Sherwood Park. 3-on-2 down low. Shot up high on Jordan, and he holds on to it and covers up. So Sherwood Park capitalizing almost again on an errant outlet pass that doesn't get out of the Sierra zone. They find themselves with an odd man rush coming in on Jordan. Weeks in to take the face off. Sherwood Park wins it. Fired on net. That goes wide. Rebound picked up by Sherwood Park, though, brought to the near boards. Sherwood Park player pinned to the boards by Carrero. Carrero chips it around the boards, up the boards to Knapsick. He's hounded, and it's forced back down the wall. Colomb will tie his man up on the opposite side. The puck dangerously out in the slot. Still loose. Still scramble. Puck bounces away out of the zone to Colomb. He'll move it up to Vanderham. Vanderham trying to come in, and Knapsick will come offside. So the official blows it down on an offside as the Icemen just not clicking here as sharply as previous games. And as a result, trailing 5-3 with 7:09 remaining in this third period. Baines, Gwinnett, and Binder up front. Foote and Ferris on the back end. Foote tries to lower the boom on his player. Puck to the front of the net. Off of the Sherwood Park player. Back door, it goes off a Knights player and in past Jordan, and the Knights take a 6-3 lead. Perosny, Smith, and Giamaroli. Foote and Ferris. Puck moved into the near boards. Foot ties up his man. Another infraction coming as the official calling yet another penalty.
Are you kidding me? He was shoulder to shoulder, barely touching
So Crosby's going to go off for head contact.
like this on record. Shambolic. Shambolic officiating.
Very little 5-on-5 play in the final two frames as 4-on-4, 5-on-4 back and forth here in Sherwood Park. Good job by Giamaroli to chip that all off the boards and get it out. As Perosny in the box for head contact. 6:20 remaining in this third period. Garris muscles his man to the ice. Giamaroli fans on it and gets it back and fires it all the way down. Binder looking to force a face-off. Ooh, Craker have to be careful not to turn that over. Pucks into bodies, but Sherwood Park brings the puck in. That play is broken up and Ferris lobs that into the Icemen bench with coaching staff diving for cover. Weeks in to take the face off. The Knights still on the power play for another minute 14. 5:41 remaining in this third period. A 3-goal lead by the Knights. It was a 2-1 lead after one, 5-3 after two, and now 6-3 with 5:27 remaining in this final frame. Cologne trying to tie the puck up along the end boards. He's pushed off the puck by a Knights player who curls McMillan it is and gets a shot off on Jordan, but Jordan able to grab it with his glove and hold on. Another face-off win for the Knights. The Knights move it D to D. Shot through traffic and Jordan, great save as he snags that. Weeks in to take the draw. Vanderham, his partner on the remainder of this 40-second penalty kill, hopefully, and no less. Guerrero and Ferris, the D pairing. Another face-off win by Sherwood Park, controlling the face-off circle here tonight. Curls off the wall, Sherwood Park player trying to look for space. Delayed offside, so your Iceman will pick it up and lag the puck here with 23 seconds remaining in the penalty to Perosny. That goes off a stanchion and awkwardly goes out into the middle of the ice. Guerrero pinches up and forces a turnover, and the Knights will have to regroup. Feed right up the middle, up the gut. Sherwood Park able to get a great shot on that, and Jordan able to get a piece of it with his glove. Weeks back the other way, 1-on-2. Weeks loses the handle, button hooks to the wall, feeds it to Perosny. Perosny muscled off the puck, and it's going to be a penalty to Sherwood Park for a hook.
It's like the longest game ever.
Well, if we're analyzing penalties at this time, we look at that play, and I think that's just muscling the man off the puck. I don't know if that was a hook. But the officials seeing the game one way, and I'm not on the ice, so. 4 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in this final frame. Your Iceman on the power play. Baines centers it to Smith. He unloads a shot, and Krieger is able to smother that. I'm sure Smith would want that back. Baines able to find him right in the open ice, and Smith not able to elevate that up over the shoulder of Krieger. The Iceman getting a good look here as Perosny back in to take the face-off. Clean draw in by Perosny to Cologne, to Baines. Baines fires it, just misses. Ferris with the puck tries to put it in off the end boards. Mad scramble. Puck picked up by Ferris. Ferris has it in the near corner. Perosny trying to fire that on net, mishandles, and puck goes all the way back down. The Icemen regrouping in their own end. Puck moved up by Cologne to Baines. Baines enters the zone. Drives wide. Tries to put it in short side off the post, and Krieger holds the post. Great pass by Perosny through the seam. Loose puck in the slot. Smith knocks it down, gets it on net. That goes wide. Knapsack picks it up. 54 seconds remaining in the penalty to Sherwood Park. Perosny back door over to Baines, and that sails up over the net. Great job to pass that on the backhand. Puck pinned along the boards. Smith and Knapsack in there to muscle their man off the puck. Puck is jammed the other way by Perosny. Knapsack picks it up to Baines. Baines fires it out on net. Net scramble. And Krieger holds on desperately for a whistle and fresh legs for the Knights. So your Icemen trying desperately to strike here on the power play. Some great looks and chances, but nothing capitalizes yet. 26 seconds remaining in the penalty to the Knights player for hooking. Ferris got to be careful as a Sherwood Park player barreling down on him. Sherwood Park, good job 1-on-2, holds that puck and delays a Sierra zone exit for a good 5 seconds. Binder will dip and dive over the blue line. Binder brings it in, moves it down to Weeks. Weeks moves it back up to Binder. That skips over his stick. Ferris had to turn around. He's going for a line change. Had to turn around to get that puck as it came right down to him. So the Knights able to kill off that penalty. And both teams back to 5-on-5. Weeks gets through his man's skates, hounded, pushed off into the boards. Binder fires it out on net. And you know you're going to get the extra when Binder, after they've each pushed each other, fires a punch, and I'm pretty sure Binder's going to be the only one going. So it looks like it will be coincidental penalties. So if it's coincidental, it should be 5-on-5. So it's got to be 5-on-5. The faceoff's going to be back down in the Knights zone. Surprised the official. Official just gave a misconduct to somebody here. Send him to the showers early. (6-3) hockey game, coincidental penalties, and you send yourself to the shower early. This official hasn't been afraid to use his whistle. Might be on his second whistle of the game here as he's not going to put up with any extra verbiage. So if he doesn't give him a 10-minute misconduct, giving him a 10, so it won't be a power play for your Icemen. So we're 5 on 5. We're finally back underway with 1:47 remaining in the third period. Pass back on the slot to Smith, sending it to Perazzi. Perazzi will sift that back down low to Giamaroli. That's turned over in the corner by Sherwood Park, who looks to body a person versus play the puck. Foot steps up on his man. Perazzi will force the turnover. Perazzi back to Carrier, over to Smith. Smith to Giamaroli. That doesn't find him cleanly, and Cyril will have to move back in and regroup that puck back out. Sherwood Park tries to counter back the other way. Loose puck. Nothing materializes. His foot ties up his man. The puck goes into the near corner. Vanderham chips it up, and he's off. It's a possible 2-on-1. Vanderham moves it over to Smith. Smith shoots into the breadbasket of Riker. As a great pass by Vanderham. And Smith gets a shot away, but Riker comes across to square up and make the save. So just under a minute left in this fifth tiering game for your Surrey Icemen, who will drop to 4-1 on the tiering schedule. Sherwood Park Knights will go to 2-1. Face-off won by Sherwood Park. Chipped ahead, 1-on-1. Sherwood Park Knights player to get the inside move on Carrier. Or Carrero, Soren Vanderham chases the puck down the other way. Sharp angle shot, hits the side of the net. Vanderham turns and fires again, hits the other side of the net. Baines muscled off the puck, but gets it back. Moves it back to Vanderham, that's into his skates. Carrero moves the puck back in, and Sherwood Park tries to move the puck back out. Vanderham keeps it in, catching it and bringing it back down to himself. Baines chips the puck down low. Baines is ridden off into the bench. And as time expires, it'll be the Sherwood Park Knights over your Surrey Icemen. Final score of 6-3 from the Shell Arena in Sherwood Park, Alberta. Your Icemen drop to 4 wins, 1 loss in the tiering round. I believe one more game left in the tiering round before the schedule is set. So thanks again for tuning in. My camera person tonight, thank you to Robin Romulus for running the camera and putting up with my voice all night, as usual. So thanks for joining in and joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen.